Right then, guys, getting ready to take on Chelsea at home in the league. Playing the team today is Martin van der Voort, Mickey van der Ven, Kevin Danso, Radu Dragusin, Pedro Porro, Rodrigo Bentancur, Destiny Udogie, Archie Gray, Xavi Simons, Mateus Tel and Gonçalo Ramos. We have had to kind of muddle this team together. It's not been the easiest thing for us to do, but at home against Chelsea in the league, this is such a huge game. We're playing a 5 at the back system. I'm looking to hit them on the counter, partially because we're so short on players. Their team's looking how it's looked for most of the league this season, but they are doing well, sat up in 4th place. We of course are not doing so well. Let's get into it. I'm not going to play cautious, I'm going to play positive. We're at home. Let's do this. Kevin Danso. And the highlights over already. I am going to put dynamic highlights on. In fact, I'm going to leave them off because I don't think we're going to have time in one episode to fit 3 matches in if we have dynamic highlights on. Pedro Porro bursting forwards. I thought that was in for a second. I got excited. Here we go. Doing well, crafting chances immediately. It's what I like to see from the team. Chelsea, of course, can be dangerous, especially from breaking with their fast players. They've got a lot of pace in the team. I don't want to become a victim of that, but we do have wasteful shot by Bentancur. We do have our own pace in the team, and if we're looking to get on the break and play a counter-attacking system, we might just be able to turn their quick front line against them and hope to get in behind and expose some gaps. So far it's a bit of a cagey game. Waiting to see any entertaining highlights. No one's having a bad game yet, but no one's jumping out as being fantastic. Gray and Gonçalo Ramos are both on a 6.9. Benoit Badiashile bringing it forwards. Oh, I don't like this. Somebody close the man down. It's a centre half just running up the pitch there. Enzo Fernandez knocked wide for a corner kick. I'm not loving what I'm seeing. Reece James picking up the yellow. Come on, show me something, fellas. Show me something. Put some play together. We've not had a lot of possession. Obviously playing a counter-attacking system, I'm not expecting loads of the ball. But if we really get starved out, then that's not going to be good. I still want to be sitting around 40% so that we can create some chances. We are at home as well. Cole Palmer straight in the back of the net. It's not going well. It's not what I wanted in a big London derby match. Second goal for VAR. I mean, hopefully we'll be saved, but I don't think we will be. No, he's miles onside. I don't want to watch that again. Oh, come on, lads. Possession not great, as you can see. We are creating chances, but not putting anything on target, not questioning the goalkeeper. I'd like to make it difficult for them. Force Sanchez to make some saves. Archie Gray from range. Oh my, what a goal. And that's one apiece. I wasn't expecting that from Archie Gray, of all people. I nearly played Bergvall there before this game. I was umming and ahhing, and in the end I went for Archie Gray, thinking he could just solidify the team, thinking as a defensive man he'd work out. But look at that. Pulled it away from his body and slapped it. Maybe even coming off the post. That was sensational. More of those, please, Archie. Right before the stroke of half time. That is as good as it gets. Got a restart highlight here. I'm hoping that's all it is, and they're not going to suddenly come straight back at us. Udogie with a nice tackle, giving it straight back to Pedro Neto. Carlos Caicedo, he's dangerous. It's a long highlight from the kickoff. Oh, Dogi again. That's it, boy. Find a man to pass it to. And that's half time. Nicely done, lads. One apiece isn't too bad. It's not too bad. I don't love what I'm seeing, but there were positives to take from this. We are creating chances, but they kind of hammered us all game. I might want to just have a look at some of these instructions. I don't want us to shoot from distance. We are quite spread out. This midfield is pretty spread out. Xavi Simons all the way up there. No, I think that'll be fine. Do we make a sub? I don't think so. No, I'm going to keep it as it is. We're just going to say, don't slap them from range so often. Try and create some nice chances in the box. We've got two strikers. Let's feed them the ball. Joao Hato, who Chelsea have got. This guy here. He's a great young player. I don't know how much he cost them. But brilliant youngster from Ajax. Oh, Cole Palmer's got it again. At first I was worried that it was going to be a penalty. But that man is just too good. Pedro Neto went through the challenge there. João Pedro around the corner. I thought that one could be given, but it was a clean tackle. And he's gone straight through Van der Ven there. I want better defensive work. Come on, lads. You can do better than this. This is nice. Work it around. Mateus Tel. Swing it across. Too many defenders in the box for us to cope with it. Oh, don't let them go on the counter. That's it. Let me know, guys, if this on and off the ball being two different tactics. I find it interesting, but it's not the easiest thing to do. If you think, oh, I can solve what problems you have in here, because we invite a lot of pressure. I know we're playing counter-attack today, but even when we play on the press or when we play to hold the ball, we seem to invite a lot of pressure towards our goal. I don't know if that's a personnel issue, if we need better players, stronger players in the defensive areas of the pitch, or if that's something down to my tactic. If you guys have any ideas on that, feel free to get in touch down below. Say, hey, have you tried this role? Have you tried playing this player like this? Maybe Yves Bissouma wants to drop deeper or be pushed further up when he's available. Pedro Porro on the ball here to Gray. I want us to craft a goal. Come on, lads. Archie Gray. We just don't seem to be able to get anyone open in the box. We've still got the ball here. Porro goes for goal. We're just not able to feed the strikers. That's my issue. 68 minutes in, we're going to have to do something. Bentancur and Udogie are both dead on their feet, really. I'm going to take both of those guys off. Gray can drop back. Sarr can pull up. Was it Udogie? It was Udogie. I mean, Porro's tired as well. Udogie there for Davis. Anyone else that's going to be super useful to us? Tel hasn't been great. And Simons is tired. No, Simons is tired. I'm going to take him off for Boval. There's 3 subs there. Come on, lads. Push up. We're at home. I'm going to go attacking. I'm also going to take Tel off for... I'm going to do it for Kolo Muani, you know. That's a good substitute. Who else have we got? Pedro Porro is going to stay out there. I'm going to take Ramos off for Solanke. I know this is super late. And we're really just begging to get a highlight out of this. Come on, lads. We've had more shots. But seemingly we're not getting the quality, almost nothing on target. Really, really poor effort from the forwards. When Archie Gray, your teenage midfielder, is your most prolific in front of goal, that is an issue. Ben Davies breaking forward here. Don't waste it, Ben. Colin Morane, and the rebound. Come on! That's two apiece. That's two apiece. Hopefully that sees us gain a bit of momentum in this match, get a foothold, and we can push forwards. Come on, lads. Ben Davies breaking. Put in a good cross. He won the header first. Great save from Robert Sanchez. And then fired in the rebound. It takes something special to beat that. Just one more, lads. You can do it. I miss shouts. This is where I miss shouts. Demanding more at the end of a game. Trying to get your players to go and win it for you. Deep into added time now. Oh, I hope this isn't a Chelsea highlight. I hope this is us winning the ball and going forwards. Or even just a full-time highlight. They're playing it around at the back. It doesn't seem like they're too eager to get forwards. Here they are. Liam Delap. He skied it. Oh, thank God for that. Is that the match? It is. Two apiece. I'm not thrilled with it. As we can see, there were some good performances in a team that's been slightly mix and match. So I think we'll check out some fixtures here, guys, because we did do okay since I left you. We played Aston Villa and Slavia Prague. Off camera, I played Everton and QPR. Everton in the league, QPR in the Carabao Cup. And we didn't do too badly. Everton was touch and go at times, and it was a Papameta Sarr goal that got us the win. And then QPR, really, we just blew them away in the league. I'm going to do just a couple of simulated days off camera, and we'll come back for the big Champions League game against PSG in just a minute. So here it is, guys. It's Champions League time once again at home for us against PSG. The lineup not overly changed, although I have switched back to the 4-3-3. Van der Voort still in goal, Pedro Porro at right back, Destiny Udogie at left back, Kevin Danso and Mickey van der Ven in the middle. Yves Bissouma, Archie Gray and Lucas Bergvall make up my midfield three, with Xavi Simons, Kolo Muani and Gonzalo Ramos in the attack. We've been on a good run. I haven't minded the form, despite what this is saying. My midfielders haven't been involved in the best games, but Colin Muani seems to be getting us wins. Pedro Porro as well, and Yves Bissouma. So, game 2 today of our triple header. Big up the mighty Tottenham Hotspur. Can we get one over at home against Paris Saint-Germain? They do have a strong side. That I can't dispute. It's a very, very strong side. What I'm hoping for is to be defensively sound and just try to squeeze them out, try and hit them on the counter. Oh, no, sorry, we're pressing today. We're going to try and press them off the ball and see if we can make a miracle happen here. I know that some would say this isn't a kind of miracle game, this is an evenly matched game, but let's be honest. PSG, the current Champions League holders, and players like Hakimi, Marquinhos, Kvaratskhelia out there on the left wing. I forgot that he was even at Paris Saint-Germain. Great clearance there. Gonna have to press. That's it. Get in their space. Make life hard for him. Oh, second save needed there from Van der Voort. I thought we dealt with that already. So that was a little terrifying. The benefit of the pressing system is that sometimes a highlight will start for them. And if we're lucky, you get a player cut out a pass or win the ball. I think Bergvall's fired him there. He has. And we can spring one on the other side. I might, in fact, just go into the instructions and test just to slow things down a little bit. Slow things down just a little bit to what we normally would. And again, I'm going to say, let's not be shooting from distance. Although we have players who can do that, I think generally it's not going to be the best tactic to score goals, not unless we're at the end and we are desperate for one. I may well take it off. Pedro Porro, great interception. Simmons looking to play it forward. There we go. See, look at this. All out here. We have players available. Udogie not able to find anyone or to win a foul in the area, but we have got a throw in good territory. Oh, awful execution. Come on, lads. I need better than that. Any Spurs fans watching? Is Destiny Udogie useless at throw-ins like that? Would he just miss his man completely? Come on now. Oh, he's been lucky there. Fired, I think, across him. The defender's clearing it. Archie Gray with a poor pass. Come on, man. Half an hour in, both sides struggling to create chances. So at least we're not hemorrhaging shots at our goal and allowing them to have too much. Although now I've said that, I'll probably jinx it. There's a door in the wing. Oh no. Stop that ball from coming in. Oof. We got lucky that time. I can't count on those always missing. Here we go again. Their defence playing around with the ball. Can we turn that into something? There we go. Porro pressing. He's won that back. That's it. Stay wide and then put it in. Archie Gray with the cross. Udogie, have a go. Oh, he's beaten his man off the woodwork. You can't really ask for something better than that. Lovely bit of skill from Destiny Udogie. I have mentioned before that I'm not super keen on my fullbacks and my wingbacks taking so many shots. They seem to be a little bit shot heavy. I'd rather them look for the cross, but Udogie coming so close there. And he has got goals in him. We've seen for Tottenham that he is a player capable of scoring. I just want him being more of a creative threat. Here he is again on the left hand side, back to Van de Ven. Come on lads, forwards with it. I want to go forwards. Of course we are at home, we're just playing balanced at the minute. For the second half I might put this to positive. Although whether or not I'll be shooting myself in the foot, I don't know, because although it's been cagey and slow, we've not gone down. Go out there and give the fans their money's worth. They've paid for Champions League football, lads. Let's not disappoint them. Mentality, I'm going to put it up to positive. Confirm my changes. That will be all, though. And off we go. It's a big game for us, of course. We haven't been doing badly in the Champions League. We've had some rocky form on occasion in the league that we're trying to recover from, but mostly just injury crisis. After injury crisis, so many important players to us. Oh, and Ramos just nodded that in. I mean, it looked like he could have been offside. It was a bit of a mad scramble on the goal line. It's being checked. And it's awarded. We are 1-0 up against PSG. Let me have a look at this. Bergvall fires it in. As he gets past his man here. And it's the keeper saves it and Ramos just nods it in. They had a defender on the line. This is sensational. We've gone positive and immediately we've been rewarded. But will it open us up at the back for them to exploit? Let's have a look. Well, the keeper was ready for that one. We've got some tall defenders. We're not a team that's scared of crosses coming in too much. We can defend them. And players like Udogie can just get us up the pitch. There we are, Kolo Muani. Ramos, of course, we bought from PSG, of course. It hadn't really settled in my mind that he's playing against his former club. So this goal not only has given us the lead, but it's a bit of bit of bragging rights for Gonzalo Ramos for his former team letting him go. We're showing him that Tottenham was the right move for him. PSG and it's another corner for us. I'm not going to tell Udogie and Porro to stop shooting so much if they're getting good looks like that. Because those kind of chances where you attack that near post and kind of just slap it low and hope that the keeper can't get down, you get goals from those. Oh, and Bissouma, oh no! It's another injury. We cannot get away from it. It seems we're unable to go 2 or 3 games even without picking up an injury. I was hoping playing Bissouma would work out for us because of course he's suspended from league games at the minute. I was hoping to give him Champions League minutes and make use of getting around the suspension that way. But of course we could never be so lucky playing with 10 men right now. You see Bissouma on the sideline. He's just come back on. He is happy at least to continue, but I think he will have to be subbed off soon. I'm not one to risk bigger injuries for the sake of keeping a player on. And of course, he probably won't perform to the same level now with a knock. Simmons, come on. Zaire Emery being brought on. What a substitution that PSG have available. 60 minutes in now, and we've picked up a little bit in terms of our shooting. Of course, positive mentality, looking to fire it forwards more, has paid off for us. And they're playing around at the back. We might be able to play them into a corner here. There we go. And this is exactly how you want a gegenpress to work. Ramos. And that's 2 goals for Ramos. With a 2-goal lead, I am going to cut it back to balanced. I don't mind us having that kind of cagey game again. Because with a 2-goal cushion, we are looking slightly more comfortable. We can always step it up again. Udogie played it into Simmons. First time into Ramos. And this was what was mad. I thought he was going to carry on cutting across, but he just went straight in. Tucked it in the bottom corner. What a beautiful goal there from Gonzalo Ramos. And I bet right now, PSG are regretting letting us have him. He cost us a wee bit of money, but not so much that I wouldn't do it again. I'm going to, for the sake of rest, Udogie, Bergvall and Kolo Muani are all going to come off now. Oh, don't do that. I keep pressing the wrong buttons and switching things up, which is annoying me. So, of course, you assume that. So Bentancur's going to come off first. Udogie was next. I think Kolo Muani was, I believe, third. I'm going to throw Richarlison out there and see what he can do. That's 3 substitutes right now. Bergvall, of course, I mentioned them, but I forgot about Bissouma needing to come off. Well done, Porro. So he will have to wait a couple of minutes. Of course, still 2 subs to make. But I am just loving the work that Gonzalo Ramos has managed to do today. And then Richarlison, he is loving the Champions League. 3 goals in 3 games for him. Exceptional stuff. Thought for a second he was going to pass it through, but he decided to take on his man. Absolutely no chance for him. And poor Chevalier is having a difficult game between the sticks today. So, Bergvall now actually having a great game. I'm going to take Archie Gray off, and it's going to be for Papameta Sarr, because he's a solid player and he's not getting all that many minutes for us. I've got to try and keep him happy somehow. Closing in at the end here. Pedro Porro could potentially go out. In fact, let's not look at who I want to take off. Let's look at who I want to bring on. What players do I look at here and go, they deserve a shout? I mean, Jed Spence, I'm always wanting to get him on. I think he's much better as a footballer than FM make him out to be. I think actually his technicals are way better than this. I agree that his mentals are kind of mid. Some of those things, he's not got the greatest flair. He's not kind of a seasoned professional who tends to have high mentals. His physicals are crazy good though. But I think Ben Johnson, he's been asking for game time, and it's been hard to give it to him. But with a 3-goal lead now, I've taken Xavi Simons off and let Brennan Johnson come on. And this is sensational. Of all the teams, I thought PSG would really give us a hard game, and that it would be us holding on for maybe a draw or a slim lead and then trying to defend it at the death of the game. But we've just said, alright, yeah, no worries, PSG. Any other game? We only beat Everton 1-0. Okay, this is, it's a home game, but I am thrilled with the lads. Richarlison going for another one there, winning the headers. I think some of this blame has to be put on the centre halves of PSG, who just are not stopping chances from coming in, and that's it. Well done, lads. I'm going to clap them off for that, because I could not ask for better. Exactly. Well done, lads. That was a good win for us. Yes, it is. PSG is not a team that you just expect to beat without a few hurdles. But there we go. We are second, as you can see here. Obviously, a few teams undefeated in 4 games without dropping a point. Inter, Juventus, Barcelona, ourselves and Newcastle United, but it's still nice to be in such highly esteemed company. I have been trying to keep the shortlist up and working, but sometimes it's not the easiest thing to do, especially in this new Football Manager, because I have found the signings, the lack of having a transfer deadline day that they gave us for one Football Manager and then took away, I've been finding really hard. Looking at some upcoming fixtures, of course we have United, which I'm going to play, but then following that, some more big games. I mean, Arsenal and then Bayer Leverkusen and then Fulham, and then following that in December, it's a busy one with the likes of Liverpool and Newcastle thrown in there. I think we'll do the Man United one, and then we'll probably go for a long spell, and I might come back in January for a little bit of a transfer update special, and then we'll get going with some of these. I think maybe a West Ham and a Barcelona, potentially. Man City right at the end of January there, that could be good before the deadline closes. So I'm going to go off camera for a second, guys, get us up to this Manchester United game, and we can get going with that. I'll see you in a second. So, getting ready to take on Man United. The only real changes to the team are Bentancur coming in for Yves Bissouma on his injury, and Brennan Johnson starting for Xavi Simons. In fact, no, I'm going to put Kinski on the bench as well. He does really belong on the bench. He just isn't registered for Champions League games because I signed too many players and actually couldn't register them all. So, here we go. Spurs versus Man United at home at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Let's see if we can't go out and play the same tactics last time as we did against PSG. I'm also going to go positive from the start as we have the opening highlight. One player who's been outstanding lately has been Archie Gray, and also, in fact, Pedro Porro I think has been good. Although Patrick Dorgu I think is another player who I think has real quality as a wing-back pushing forwards. There we are, Kevin Danso, such a hard defender to beat in the air. But United not giving up easily. Straight in from Patrick Dorgu. How did we let that happen? Poor defensive work there from us after we were so good against PSG. We've conceded after just 1 minute against Manchester United. Of course, a team that in real life have been struggling. Jesus, such poor defending. Have been really struggling, but in FM they seem to be as strong as ever. It's as if Fergie never left. Here we see them, and they could be playing a 5 at the back, you know. Diego Dalot pushing forward. It's not someone I'm overly scared of because I don't think he's got that end product, but you can always aim balls in for Sesko. He's a big enough body to put one towards. Fortunately, we've been alright. Casemiro's shot not able to find the target. Non-stop highlights here, just 3 minutes in. And we've already seen a lot of chances, albeit for Manchester United. Playing the ball around in midfield. Back to Mickey van der Ven. Come on, let's go forwards, lads. Pedro Porro, beat your man. He just can't do it. He's not getting past him. Dorgu and Bruno Fernandes linking up well together. Cross comes in. We managed to head it out for a corner to avoid letting Sesko get his shot off. But so far this is one-way traffic, man. We don't know if we can deal with this. Good work there from Kevin Danso once again. The big man making the skies his own. And Pedro Porro's flown in there again. Oh! Every time there's a big game, we just get destroyed. Right. I can't believe this has just happened. So we're going to have to play both Bergvall and Bentancur as DMs now. Push Archie Gray to the right back. I mean, it just doesn't work. It doesn't work. Oh, this is so unfortunate. Who can I drop back into a centre-half position? We've got Brennan Johnson there. That's not going to work. Archie Gray can come back, and then I'll play what? Johnson's the wing back? Like this? Oh, I don't like it. That's one thing I can tell you, is I don't like it. But this is what we're going to have to do. And we'll play them both as central midfielders. It's messy, but we're going to have to try and play on the counter-attack. Yeah. Pedro Porro. We're 4 minutes into the game. 4 minutes. Oh. I'm going to keep it uncautious. I'm going to take dynamic highlights off because we don't need to see every shot they're going to have on goal, because something tells me they might have quite a few of them. I can't believe that. 4 minutes in from Pedro Porro. I was singing his praises as well after him putting in some good shifts for us recently. But this is not what we want. And of course, Brennan Johnson now having to play as a right wing back. He's not enjoying that. I can tell you now, that is not something he is enjoying doing. But we have seemed to create a few chances. We've got a corner here. I can't believe we've managed to do this. Danso back to Gray. Finds Ramos. Back out to Gray. Danso. We're keeping the ball. Bergvall. There we go. I mean, I'll take it. I will take it. We're a goal down, so I might be holding up too much hope, but if we keep getting some highlights that look alright like that, I don't mind it, you know? Kobe Mainoo on the ball. Oh, I've jinxed it. I've jinxed it. The second I've said we might have a chance, it gets ripped away from us. This is going to be a painful watch, ladies and gentlemen. Kobe Mainoo out here. Beats his man with ease. Puts the ball in. Who was that? Kevin Danso. Awful attempt at a block there. We are a man down. So I guess I am being a little bit hypercritical. But after 2 good games, a draw with Chelsea and a win against PSG, I just thought United are the easiest game of the 3, right? Clearly the easiest of the 3. But of course the FM gods and Sports Interactive clearly have some United fans amongst them. As there seems to be everywhere you go, you cannot escape the Man United fandom and the people that think one more signing and they'll win the league. Because clearly this version of Man United is very good. Bentancur with an interception. Can we craft something? We've only got 10 men, but if we can get in like that... Oh, so disappointing, Pedro Porro. I can't get over it. I really can't. 4 minutes in, and I can't even blame that on the goal. The first goal went in before he got red carded, before he got sent off. And address the team. Do better. Do better. There is nothing else to say. Got a few tired legs starting to develop out there. There is a short break after this game for internationals, so I'm not overly concerned with keeping the lads too fit. I want the best players to play here, but will it make a difference? Gonçalo Ramos and Bergvall are now both looking like they are in a really bad way. I don't think they're going to contribute too much from just running around out there. Dominic Solanke can come on and try and get some sharpness. I've played him in a few games and still it reckons he just has no match sharpness. He's had a couple of injuries back to back, which of course is always unfortunate, but I'd like him to, you know, play himself into a little bit of form. He's a top player. I'm having a look at this. Kevin Danso's also struggling, and Mickey van der Ven. This just goes bad to worse at every given opportunity, doesn't it? Mickey van der Ven then will play through the middle with Danso moving to the left and Ben Davies coming on to cover. 3 of our 5 subs used there, just approaching the hour mark. As you can see from the stats here, United are just starting to get things their own way. There's not a lot we're doing really to question them. Oh, Mickey van der Ven. Oh, we just don't even have enough options really even. So Dragusin will come on in the middle. It's not the best looking defence you've ever seen, but there we go. One more sub remaining. Brennan Johnson, surprisingly, has kept himself doing alright. I'm going to swap him and Kolo Muani, and then I'm going to put Jed Spence in there because he is on the bench. So Johnson up for Kolo Muani, Jed Spence in to swap there. At least I can give some players a run, try and give them some sharpness and some form. Of course, not a lot of form going to come from a heavy defeat. Although, how heavy will it be? Because we are looking like we want to craft something here. We're only 2 down. I mean, of course, I think the win is potentially out of reach for us already. But a consolation goal will certainly make this fixture look a bit better. But looking at the ratings, United have dominated. They have dominated. I don't think we got our tactics right from the start. I think trying to press United with the quality of passes that they have wasn't the best choice. We're back on the ball here. 83 minutes played. Come on, lads. Let's get ourselves a consolation goal. Go on. Oh! And of all the players that needed a goal, Dominic Solanke there, playing it off the crossbar. No way. Jed Spence has just gone down lane. Oh, I couldn't make this up. I couldn't even make this up if I tried. What is wrong with my players? Tottenham last season went through what we thought was unprecedented injury problems, but apparently it is just their squad building. I can't put together a set of players that can play any kind of string of football. In fact, that's one thing I want to check. I was going to leave you here, guys, and say my goodbyes after this match. Of course, a 2-0 loss to United. It's not what we wanted. Manchester United have moved up 11 games played up to 4th place. We're down into 7th. So it's not like we're completely getting dropped behind. There is only 2 points between us and Manchester United. But one thing that I did want to check really quickly before I go is who's been scoring the goals for me. Alright. Who is getting us the points? So, goal-wise, 6 for Ramos, 5 for Basuma, 4 for Richarlison in limited game time. Kolo Muani scoring, Bergvall, although he plays all the time, goals and assists from him. Kudus, Archie Gray, but then it drops off. Okay, one thing that we definitely need is that if you're a striker, if you're a player like Solanke, 4 starts, 6 bench appearances, 0 goals, 0 assists. Where's Matthias Tel? Again, well, he's got 6 starts and 4 off the bench, just 1 assist. They need to step it up. The forwards at this club need to step it up. Gonzalo Ramos is at least scoring 3 in the Champions League, 1 in the Super Cup, which I think actually was against us, for Paris Saint-Germain. Come on, season stats. I'm not a fan of these new boxes. They become really quite annoying for me. So 3 goals in the Premier League, 1 in the Carabao Cup, 2 in the Champions League. So these are big. These are things that I'm enjoying. These are the kind of things that we need Gonzalo Ramos to be doing. Only 3 in the league, of course, is not great. You know, I'm going to be honest with it. But we need more. We need more out of our attackers. Hopefully he'll bed in and come good. He has got some good stats that I think could see that happen. But that's it for me today, guys. So thank you so much for joining me. If you're new to this video, please check out the rest of the playlist. And I will have more videos coming soon. If you've enjoyed what you've seen today, feel free to leave a like. That would mean the world to me. I'm really trying to branch out and reach 25 subscribers soon. I know to some of you that might sound like nothing, but to me it's a big deal having 25 people subscribing and wanting to watch my content. I will be trying to bring you more content soon outside of Football Manager, but for that we'll have to wait and see. To anyone who stuck around this long, thank you so much, and I'll see you soon.